Well, as you've seen recently, I've had some problems with my Plymouth. I had some ignition problems with it, and before that I had some carburetor problems. So the last go around, when I had the ignition problems, it cost me $65 to have it towed home, and it was a simple fix of replacing the ignition control unit, which I could have done on the side of the road if I had the parts and the tools, but at that point I did not. So I made a pledge to myself that I was not going to drive that car another foot until I had tools and parts and things like that to cover any kind of breakdown. So here I've assembled a Plymouth first aid kit, as I like to call it. This should get me out of any kind of jam that I get in as far as mechanical breakdown, unless it's something like a piston going through the block or something like that. So let's take a look here and see what we have in the first aid kit. First of all, you look here, I have a carburetor kit, which I've actually used some of the parts out of already, but it does have gaskets and things like that remaining in it. So if for some reason I had to disassemble the carburetor on the side of the road or in a parking lot, then I had gaskets to go back on it. And here I have electrical tape. This is useful in case you have some kind of wiring problem, have to splice wires back together temporarily, or even if there's something like a radiator hose splits, you can kind of tape it back together to get you home. So that's good. That was about 99 cents. And here is one of the most important parts. If I can get it to come out here. Here's a new made in China ignition control box. Brand new. So it does have a limited lifetime warranty. So I think this one was $19.99 for that. So I'll keep the receipt in there with it, of course. So I've got a fairly new one on there now, and hopefully that'll be the end of the problems with that kind of thing from now on. But you just never know with that. So there's that, and then I have a Phillips screwdriver, I have a flat blade screwdriver, I have a pair of pliers which also have a cutting feature, so if I have to do any kind of wiring or squeezing or whatever, I got it. And here I have a 2-gallon gas can with the gas gauge kind of currently being on the fritz. That's good to have. Of course, I have a fire extinguisher fully charged, which will cover any kind of electrical or fuel fire. And I very much hope we don't have one, but you just never know about that. Old cars can be unpredictable. And then back here I have a flashlight, and I have some wire ties. These are always good to have. I have a complete spare distributor with pickup coil. I have a generic used coil, which I know did work. I actually have one of those nice chrome coils, which you may have seen in some of Retro Chad's latest videos, but I'm not going to use that as a spare coil. I don't think it's even worth using as a spare, so we're not going to do that. So this may be added to and changed around a little bit. I may add a couple more tools. We've got a line of dollar tools where I work, so I may put in a set of adjustable, like an adjustable wrench, and we got one of those, it's like 6-in-1 screwdrivers, has little tips on it and things like that. So may do that. And another set of jumper cables. I need to buy another set of those. And I also do carry a bottle of water and transmission fluid and oil. So, you know, and the most important tool is a cell phone. But you know, if it's something that any of this won't fix, then it's major. It has to be. So that's the contents of the Plymouth First Aid Kit, and of course you can adapt this to your own vehicle and call it whatever you want, but this should get you fixed up in any kind of mechanical jam that doesn't involve parts of the engine or transmission coming outside of said device. Well, okay guys, have a good one. It's getting kind of late. I'm going to get ready and head to bed soon, and thanks for watching. Have a good one.